interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What is up, YouTube? We're gonna join this job already in progress. We started this a couple days ago. We got rained out here, so I didn't get any footage of the before. Again, we got rained out, and I didn't want the GoPros. I knew it was gonna rain, but we just wanted to come in and get cranking on it. So like I said, we knew it was going to rain. We got part of a day in and then got rained out. But this was a honking tree, so there was a lot of work in this tree. You can see we cut off full canopy of tree. Just kind of like what we're looking at for the rest of this. But the reason why we're videoing today is because we're going to talk about why I didn't get here a little bit sooner. So we had another job scheduled after this rain out, and we had to get to it. And in the process of doing that, I bit myself with the chainsaw. So as you can probably see now, I have one hand covered with a glove and a bandage. I don't know, for any of you guys who follow us on Facebook, you've probably seen what I'm talking about. Right here, took that out with the tip of the chainsaw. So as we venture through this tree, maybe I'll be able to give you guys a good look at how it happened. Maybe I can resemble the scenario of how it happened in one of these limbs here, and then we can talk about it a little bit further, okay? But right now, I did go with the spider jack because I feel like in this tree, last time I had to do a lot of pulling myself around, and it is very slippery today because it again rained again. So I wanted the ease of having this hand to just pull slack like that, without having all the time to adjust two hands. So we kind of went with the spider jack. Plus, look at that. For the spider jack, the movement is basically on my just fingers collapsing, and I don't have to really put no pressure on my hand pulling down or anything. So I haven't climbed DRT in a while, so I'm not sure if I'm going to enjoy this or not, but we got to give it a shot. So we'll be back in a minute and talk a little bit more about what happened.
No way
smooth to go. And that usually helps me from getting stuck. And I'm not a fast guy. My fastest asset is my mind. So, like I said, having everything pre-thought out and pre-configured in my brain, then it normally moves a lot smoother and it looks like I'm fast, right? But that's not the case. It's just well planned out, I guess. On this particular day, it was a long week. We've been battling rain, getting wet, and then, you know, trying to get jobs done, and it was just a mixture of stuff. And we showed up at the last job of the day. It's 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, and we were kind of in go mode. You know, we knocked over a little pine in the front entranceway, and it went down so quick and so smooth, and everybody jumped on it, and it just went so smooth. I think we got into that mode where everything was going to be, you know, quick and thoughtless, because that kind of was. It was just, you know, flop it over and clean it up. So I think that contributed a little bit to what happened. So I got to do a little bit more cutting, and then we'll be back to talk about it again in a minute. Like I was saying, we got to the job, everything was going smooth. So we head for the back, and just a few minor things to do. A small locust we got to cut down, a few pines to trim, minor stuff, and we're going home. So and then I got started on the locust, head up, and the only issue we had, the locust was small, but there was a narrow archway to get out, so you couldn't really take any amount of breath. And you know how locust is, it's tangled together, it's a pain in the butt. So originally I roped maybe the first 2 or 3 limbs, you know, nothing like substantial size stuff like this, you know, just the lower limbs off. And I noticed the guys were having a little bit of a problem getting those out, and cutting them up, you know, and then trying to keep up. You know, you got to get them cut up, you got to get them shipped out through the little, you know, exit. And I'm already got the next one going. Again, probably just moving way too fast. But it was going extremely smooth. So let me make a few more cuts, and then we'll be back to talk about some more.
Don't come round and waste my time. A generation of my time. There's nothing we can do. Stop this plague from breaking through. Don't come round and waste my time. A generation of my kind. There is nothing we can do.
everything's running smooth. So I come to the tops, and the tops were just two no big deal, except for locusts, they like to intertwine. So I have plenty of room. Everything that had to be roped off, those lower limbs, the little lights and little fences, are all gone already. This is straight drop, straight right onto the ground. And I can't do them both. They're too wide. It is a small area to drop in, but easy. So I look, I have maybe 5 branches that intertwine. And I took up my saw.
said, after I made the cut, instantly, like, the blood, some of it hit me in the face. That's how close I was. That's, like I said, I wasn't reaching for anything. Wasn't doing nothing weird. I was literally right here and just cutting the stuff off in between it and caught my hand. So, instantly the blood hit my face and I thought, oh, this is not good. Now I pulled my hand back and I had it out away from me. At that point it looked like my thumb had been cut bad. So I don't know how I would react if I saw my thumb hanging half off. So at that point I can't look at it no more. I have to get down. I don't want to go through a rescue. Part that upset me a lot too is the homeowner was outside. They were out on the deck kind of doing their thing and watching and stuff. So I did not want to panic them. I did not want to panic the crew. And I did not want to panic myself. So at that point I just looked at my son. I said, this ain't good. So I got to come down and then we got to go out and take care of it at the truck. So I just worked my way down, kind of keeping it out of my sight line. That way I don't see anything that might send me into shock. I don't know what my hand looks like without a thumb on it, so I didn't know, like, you know what I mean? I couldn't feel anything. I think instantly, like, the adrenaline or whatever it is kicks in, and I didn't feel any pain. At that moment, nothing hurt. Nothing felt like it was, I mean, I was coming down and everything, so everything was moving, but it didn't feel like anything. It was just kind of happening. Then I got to the ground, we went out to the truck, and we'll talk about that some more in a minute. So like I was saying, there's a laundry list of mistakes I made in this process. One is after I cut myself, I came down out of the tree. Again, the homeowner stuff was there, so I didn't want to make a big deal out of it. I didn't want to make a big deal out of it for the guys until I really seen what was going on. So once I got down to the truck, me and Junior wrapped it up. Had plenty of stuff in our first aid kit, so we wrapped it up real good. And I went back up the tree. So at that point, I probably should have, went to the doctor, went to the hospital. I don't know. What you do with yourself is your own business. I went back up the tree, finished the tree. Funny thing is, the homeowner was a doctor, so he said, I could have stitched that up for you, no problem. But again, at that point, he is the customer, not a doctor. He is my customer. So, I mean, I guess everybody looks at things their own way, and that's just how I saw it. So I didn't want him to have to deal with my mistake. But I went back up, we finished that, and then I had two more trims to do, and we got on those. The pain really didn't kick in until like we were done. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Alright guys, this job's about wrapped up, to be honest with you. We got deuce blown off the main drive here. Junior's gonna park the stump grinder. We're not gonna do the stump today, but you see pool put in here, and they'll be able to enjoy some, you know, pool time. But that's gonna wrap it up for the job, and we'll talk a little bit more on the way home. All right, guys, job's done for the day. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. You know, watching a little tree work go down and listening to my story. Again, this is day 7 dealing with this. This happened last Saturday. This is Saturday, so it's been 7 days. And again, even today, like, I've been cutting ever since it happened, so I don't have any kind of like fear of cutting. I don't have any kind of anguish, any kind of like that. I've learned my lesson. I'm living with my lesson. It doesn't seem to be a problem. You know, some people, some things will happen to them, and they're like, man, I'll never drive again. I got in a car accident, or I'll never climb again. I don't have any issues. I'm pretty confident that mine was a lapse in judgment, and I will not be, you know, making that again. So, but I will say, every time Junior fires up a salt, my heart skips a beat. Like, I can't imagine him going through what I'm going through, or even worse. I got lucky. I do have to live with this. It is going to take a while to heal, but I got lucky it's not worse, yet it's still a reminder. I think if I'd have just nicked it and it was healed the next day, I might not have learned. You know what I mean? So this that I'm going through, very painful trying to work with this. Constantly going home and scrubbing it, and oh, it's terrible. So that's like a helpful reminder that, hey, you screwed up, get your head out your ass and do better. I didn't kill you, I just made you stronger. So, you know, I can live with that. But I don't want Junior to. So he can live, you know, live and learn through what I've done. And we talk about it, and we'll talk about it again. And we talked about it some today. And we'll probably talk about it a lot for a while. Just so that, you know, he gets an understanding of what it's like without ever having to do it. So, guys, I appreciate the support. I figured when I threw this out there, I would get some, you know, backlash, and I was okay with it. I knew, you know, hey, like you said, play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I'm not immune. I got a thick skin. If you don't believe me, I could probably send you some. But, you know, I knew I messed up, and I knew people were gonna, you know, point that out. Hey, you should have done this and you should have done that. And you're absolutely right. So, but I didn't get much of that. Mostly what I got is, man, I got a ton of messages, a ton of support. You know, a ton of, hey, check this out. And I got a lot of pictures that you guys probably don't want to see in my inbox. You know, we have to be careful out there, guys. Me, you, everyone. So I do. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this half a video I put out, and we'll see you on the next one. Safe and sound.